friends, it's Yana here today, and today you are here for part 2 of us sewing up the Simplicity S9041 pattern. Let's get started. This time we're going to be cutting up our fabric. So on the last video, we went over all the instructions, all the information on the pattern. We cut out our pattern pieces and we talked about measuring ourselves. I talked about how scared I am because I never fit into a paper pattern correctly. So we did all that, but this time we're cutting. One thing I said last time was that it was very important to do a mock-up version of your sew to make sure that it fits correctly, see if you need to do any alterations and everything before you cut into your beautiful fabric. I also said I was not going to do a mock-up because I got this fabric on sale and I'm just gonna go for it. Well, as I was getting ready to cut out my fabric, I looked over and I saw this piece of fabric here. I don't really know where it came from, but I don't feel like I'm going to be doing anything with it here soon. I usually use this type of fabric for like lining or pockets. So I figured it's a very similar fabric to the fabric I'm going to be using. And I only have a little bit, which, you know, not going to do much with it. So I'm going to go ahead and actually try to see if I can get enough of it to make a bodice, a mock-up bodice. So what I'll do is I'll just cut the two fronts and the back and kind of sew it together and see how it fits and go from there, see if I need to size down and size up. I'm not so worried about the skirt portion because the skirt is going to have elastic at the waist. So even if it's a little bit bigger, which is what I'm thinking is going to be, the elastic will bring it in, so that should be fine. But if I notice that there's a big difference between what the size I cut out and the size that the bodice ends up at, then I'll do a change. So what I'm going to do first is, again, make a mock-up, even though I said I wasn't going to. It is really the best thing to do. All right, so I've got my pattern pieces here, and what's really sad is I'm looking through them and it doesn't really tell you how to cut your bodice pieces, but it might do it on this piece of paper here. I think it does tell you. I'm so used to PDF patterns that have all the information on the pattern pieces that it's kind of hard. I already know in my mind, I know how to cut this out, but I just wanted to make sure because it's kind of weird to me that they wouldn't tell you. But it does kind of show you on the layout. So you have to be very careful to know how to cut your pattern pieces. Per se, this one right here, the front pattern piece, you're going to say, it tells you to cut 2 pattern pieces, usually on paper patterns, on PDF patterns. Not on paper patterns, on PDF patterns, it tells you below it like mirrored or 2 pieces, mirrored or however it is that it wants you to, on the fold or whatever. Well, it doesn't say that on here. But if you look at the picture and if you think about it, you're going to have one piece that comes this way and another piece that comes this way. So you need to make sure that you're cutting a mirrored effect. And I'm going to show you what that is. We're going to grab our pattern piece and I'm going to get these out of the way. Mostly we're just going to go over the different cuts and then we're going to get started. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it all and come back and then we're going to do the mock-up bodice top place and then we'll move on from there. So I've got my piece of fabric. The first thing you need to do is you need to look at your pattern piece and it tells you which way the grain line's going. So there's a little arrow here that tells you the grain line's going this way. So, you know, you don't want to place your, like, even if you place your pattern piece kind of skewed or whatever, it's going to mess it up. So you want to make sure that you follow that grain line. All right, so as here you can see, and it's even like following the line that's on my fabric, you can see that my grain line is following the direction of the fabric. And you see right here, if you can see, this is my selvage. With me, we have to kind of run parallel to that selvage. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is mirrored, which means that it's going to picture each other, kind of like I showed you on the other picture. I mean, on when I showed you when I was trying to like act like I was putting it on. Okay, so I've got the fabric folded in half and it's mirrored, so I'm going to cut all the way around the whole bodice. Now I do have, hold on, so my favorite way to cut out pattern pieces is actually to use a rotary cutter. And another thing we talked about is people mentioned a lot is tracing this pattern piece, but again, I cut it out the same because I'm going to the bigger size. If I was going to trim it down to a smaller size, I may want to replicate it. So that way I have the bigger size in case I need it later, but I don't right now. So I'm just going to cut around it. Now, okay, the first thing to do is note all these little places that it gives you little notches, because those are going to be giving you different things. As like this right here, it looks to me like a dart. It says a pleat. So you've got different marks here that shows you where you need to mark for what different sizes and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you mark those. So what I do is I start going, and then when I get to that point where it has something coming out, I go out and back and then go around. So I'm going to cut this out so I can show you, so you can kind of see it. I hope you can see it. Sorry, my rotary cutter is very dull. I need a new one. Okay, but you see now when I cut, there is a little notch there that represents the notch that was given to me by my pattern piece. I wanted to bring you even a little bit closer for you to see that. Here's a little notch that's on my pattern piece here, and this is the little notch I did on my fabric. There's another notch here, so when I go to cut that out, and a lot of times, I'm not doing it right now, but a lot of times what I like to do is grab a ruler, and it will help me keep that straight edge here. And then when I get to that place, mark it, and then continue to go. And you can see that I'll have the little piece here. See that? So now I have that notch there to remind me when I'm sewing that there is a little notch. And I'm going to do that for all the different notches. Let me go ahead and cut this one out. So there's my front bodice. Again, I'm going to do this same thing with my my actual fabric once I figure out if this is the real size I want to use. Okay, and now we're gonna cut out our back bodice. I hope I have enough of this fabric. I didn't account for that. I mean, I didn't measure it or anything, because I just figured it's just a little bit. I also even hope I have enough of my other fabric for my full dress. All right, so this is my back bodice. Now my back bodice does have a centerfold line there, and it tells you back bodice. Here's the different options. And this is showing view A and B. And then for view A and B, you need to cut that notch there. This is showing you the sizes. Anyway, I think it's all pretty much the same. So we're gonna go ahead, and it just says bodice back. It says cut one on fold. This does say fold. So I guess I assume they know that the other one you have to just cut mirror. All right. So we're gonna cut it. I don't even think I'm gonna do the binding or anything like that on it, and I really don't even need these notches if I'm not doing all that, but I just wanted to show you. That way when I go to cut the other stuff, you kind of have an idea of what I did here. The reason why most bodices, back bodices, have 2 notches on the back bodice, the back, that's to show you that that's the back piece, and you'll have 2 notches on the sleeve as well to show you like this is the back of the bodice, so you match up the 2 notches to the sleeve to the 2 notches of the bodice to the back, and the 1 notch of the sleeve to the 1 notch of the front bodice to match the front bodice sleeve. So you don't really, I don't really always, sorry, I got distracted trying to figure out how to cut that out. I don't really always cut out the front and the back. I sometimes just cut out the back or just the front, because I already know that that's the reason why those notches are there, just to kind of help you with that. So, I mean, just a little backstory on all that. Anyway, so now I've got cut out my back and front, and I just got a little bit of scraps left for this. I could go ahead and cut out my bindings or whatever, but I'm probably not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and put my front and back together and sew that up and see how it fits first. All right, so really quickly, what I'm doing is, first of all, I have this pleat here that I need to match up, so I'm gonna grab my one piece to the other piece and make that pleat. So like, base this pleat here, because that's gonna get taken out anyway. So I'm gonna base that right there, and at the other one as well, so match those up. I'm kind of just glazing the directions because I'm really just doing this. This is just a quick mock-up of my bodice, right? So I've got the pleat, now I've got my back, and I'm gonna put my fronts right sides and sew the shoulders and the sides. Y'all, in a little bit when I go over the actual sewing of the pattern, I'll do a better close-up and everything of everything that's going on. This is just, I'm just really quickly basting it together. So sewing the shoulder, matching up. So here they have the shoulder notches are matching up. And then the side notches are matching up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and baste that one pleat at the bottom, and then baste or sew those sides and shoulders. And then I'm gonna try this on to see what it fits like. All right, friends, here's my little mock-up. As you can see, here's the pleats on the sides. My shoulders fit really well here at the top, and my arm size are pretty good. When I overlap, there's a little bit of more overlap than I would like, but it looks pretty good. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I have something in my eye. I'm going to just size down one. There's not a huge difference between the size 14 and 12 when I'm looking at it. There's plenty of ease. So I think that if I size down one, it should be pretty perfect. It should be pretty fitted. So I hope, because the shoulders, you know, fit pretty good. So they can go in, if they go in a half an inch, you'll be good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down one size. I'm gonna cut, well, I'll say I did cut. And I'm gonna show you how I did that. I'm gonna show you just a quick cutting. But I did not have enough fabric, so I'm going to have to run to the store, hopefully they still have the same fabric, or we're going to be making sleeveless. All right, we're going to finally cut out this simplicity pattern. I'm scared because I tried on that fit and it looks good, but it could be smaller, but we're going to leave it. Okay, I've made a last minute decision that I hope I don't regret, but I'm going to size down one size because I think it was a little bit too big with the size I was making. So I'm just going to go down one size and hopefully that will be good. So come back next time where we're going to sew up this pattern finally and see the end results. I'm so excited about it. This is like, I think this is going to be really cute. I hope going down a size was the right thing to do. But anyway, so yeah, I think it's going to be cute. So stick around. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my tutorials, and comment below and let me know what you think of this tutorial, and if you would have sized down, or if you would have kept this size, or what would you have done? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.